Hi, today I'm going to walk you through three of the most popular and effective resistant exercises: the squat, the bench press, and the bend over row. I'll be describing correct forms for each movement, analyzing what makes them effective, and breaking down the primary muscles they train. I want to start with the squat because it is often considered the foundation of the lower body strength training. A proper squat begins with the feet about shoulders width apart, a chest lifted, and a core engaged. As the movement starts, the hips shift backwards and the knees bend, allowing the body to lower in a controlled, balanced way. The goal is to keep the knees tracking in line with the toes and to maintain a natural spine throughout the descent. On the way up, the hips and the knees extend together, driving the body back to standing. The squat primarily targets the quadriceps, glutes, and hamstrings, while the core works to stabilize the torso. What makes the squat so valuable is that it trains multiple joints and muscle groups at once, making it both functional and efficient. It mirrors everyday movement like shifting, standing, and lifting, which is why it is an important staple in any strength programs. From there, I want to transition to the bench press, which is one of the most well-known upper body pushing exercises. In a proper bench press setup, the lifter lies on their back and their feet planted firmly on the ground, shoulder blades gently pulled apart, and hands gripping the bars slightly wider than the shoulder width. As the bars lower, the elbows bend at about a 45-degree angle from the torso, allowing the bar to come down to the mid-chest area. Pressing the bar back up involves extended elbows and driving the weight upward in a smooth, controlled motion. The bench press primarily trains the anterior deltoids and the triceps, with the upper back and core contributing to stability. It's a classic test of upper body strength and a key movement of development pushing power. What is especially interesting about the bench press is how small adjustments like the grip width or bench angle can shift emphasis to different parts of the chest or shoulders. The third exercise I want to cover is the bend over row, which is one of the best movements for development in the upper back, strength, and improving posture. A proper row begins with the high hinged position, the knees slightly bent, the hips pushing backwards, and the torso leaning forward while standing straight, supported by the core. From this position, the weight is pulled towards the torso by driving the elbow back and squeezing the shoulder blades together. The movement should stay controlled, avoiding excessive swinging or using momentum. The bent over row targets things like the trapezius and the posterior deltoids, while the biceps assist in the pulling motion. What makes this exercise so important is that it strengthens the muscles responsible for pulling the shoulders back and supporting the spine. Sometimes that counteracts the forward rounded posture many people develop from sitting or working at a computer all day. When we look at these three exercises together, the squat, the bench press, and the bend over row, we see a balanced combination of lower body pushing, pulling movements. They train large muscle groups involving multiple joints and build strength that carries over into our daily activities and athletic performance. They also highlight the different importance of proper technique, maintaining alignment, controlling the movement, and engaging in the right muscle not only involves effectiveness but also reduces risk of injury. Each of these exercises can be adapted for beginners or progressors for more advanced lifters, and they can be performed with different equipment such as barbells, dumbbells, resistant bands, but regardless of the variations, the principle remains that stable positioning controlled by movement and intentional muscle engagement. These exercises form a strong foundation for a well-resistance training program. They build strength, improve coordination, and support a long-term physical health. Understanding how they work and how to perform them correctly helps ensure that training is both safe and very much effective. Thank you so much.